I have beside of me that is Neo. Just like Neo. And what is Neo? Neo is eloquent. I'm known for having a stocky, very muscular, masculine build. Now, here's the thing. I have green eyes in real life. I'm really good at rapping. One of my favorite art styles is cursive. I've known throughout the years it's better to be muscular because what happens when you hold on to things like peppermint, things that are decorative and creative, it's not as good as sports when it comes to women. And this side of me was always there. But the truth of the matter is I knew it was better to be muscular, and people know me for, being a thug like Snoop Dogg today. So I can never be Neo because I always put, the thug on the first end, and for mainstream media backup, then I'll go Neo. Neo is, part Asian, part Japanese. I'm really into Japanese anime and manga, but more so sports and music. Neo wears, a fancy hat and it's eloquent, and the real reason why, I don't rep Neo a lot on this channel was one, I had to change, and two, the biggest contradiction with being eloquent is lazy. A lot of people lately want to be eloquent but don't want to clean their room, don't want to be real groomed, and want to talk fancy, the worst thing to do, with women, fancy is being your own little world instead of the real one. I can rep it here and there. I've had Neo ever since freshman. I love his music, but let's be real. His biggest and counterpart, is close to Chris Brown. Neo is known to be an actual, gay singer. And people say he's a writer. More than a singer. He's still one of the hit artists today. Lately, when he came out with the Lil Wayne "A Milli" remix. I thought it was hot. I thought that lately when he rocked the cap that it was nice because he was one of my favorite music videos. I pretend that he goes Super Saiyan. And I love Neo because he keeps it real throughout these videos. And the truth about it is, if you actually know Neo personally, you know that he's secretly, a thug inside and out. He's a crip first off, homosexual second. Because he's been, into jail. A lot of, musicians that, are your favorite, like Akon especially, lately actually have a sexual persona in jail. But in real life, he bangs tons of women, but at the same time, with those Asian chopped lips, Neo isn't one of my favorite artists, but it's one of my favorite features. And that's the reason why he's both, good and gay. He's the better half of the field. Also, according to my research, a better artist is Usher, who's able to establish the same thing, but with stronger, better aura. Like I said, Neo's eloquent, and I replace, eloquent for, being muscular over fancy. The only thing that's close to, being eloquent, with Neo, that's a fusion, is a lawyer. I know how those get played out. The thing about, this artist that has a dazzling move is named like T-Pain. And he's solely R&B. He's a good R&B singer that has, lyrics that really, really go hand in hand with people not only do in bed, but, act in society, how they try to get out of debt. Much like Mary J. Blige, how he writes lately, he's just like Fabulous. A lot of the people I look up to is Fabulous and Neo. I've already had, a mid-trip full like Busta Rhymes. It is like me. I am eloquent. I do hit like this, and that. But you have to be strong to survive. That's why, Neo is far-fetched. I love Neo because he didn't get shit done. No, not Neo from the Matrix, but the actual Neo. I've been saying when it comes to Neo, ain't nothing new. He's a full and body armor artist. And what most people do when they listen to him is they're fascinated lately in his face, his voice, how he comes off on people. I think he's just humming. His top hat lately, he has a lot of hit singles. That Hate That I Love You with Rihanna is, the ultimate gay. That's ugly, but it's actually a really good song. Neo is a very good artist, muscular too. When I grew up, I wanted to be just like him. I was just like him, all throughout my life where it came to being calm, eloquent, and content. In order to be a strong artist, you have to go above and beyond. Not like Buzz Lightyear, but anyway, this is what I think about Neo. Extraordinary.